What's up, guys? We're here with Todd with another Ice Barrier deck profile. The deck just came out, I guess, last week, so we're trying to be featuring some up. We're going to be seeing Infernoids coming up next week. Any shouts you want to give before we dive in?
I don't think so. Shout out to the channel, store, everybody here as always.
How do you feel about this deck?
I think this deck, honestly, is kind of underrated. I think it's really good, but I don't know. We'll see if people play with it and make it any better, I guess.
Pretty nice, pretty nice. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and well, let's show us the ice.
Alright, sorry, give me 1 second. Let's get these out of the way. We play 3 of these. This is just a level 10 synchro. You send a water, summon it, get a level 3 token, make a level 10. Level 10 is really important in this deck. We play 3 swap frog because it just kind of gets you going. It's a 1-card combo. The combos in this deck aren't really too crazy. It's what they like just kind of splash into. So you're kind of just like playing not like a slow game. You can kill people really easy, but you're kind of just dragging. Your combos don't drag on, sorry. They just kind of do stuff. Snowball, that's the word I'm looking for, sorry. So that's it for like the non-ice barriers. They're like, this is just a 1-card combo. This is your level 10 guy in 1 card. I'll show you why that's more important later on. There's 3 revealer. You discard a card for cost, summon a ice barrier tuner from your deck. If it resolves, you're locked in the waters for the rest of the turn. And if you discard an ice barrier to activate an ice barrier, if you discard a card to activate an ice barrier effect, you can banish this from the grave. So the other ones are kind of free later on. And all the ice barriers have floodgate effects. So this one is if you control another ice barrier, your opponent can't tribute summon.
Damn,
so,
okay.
Sorry, flew, but no. The other one for the level 4s is just one thing. Speaker. It's just an extender. If you have an ice barrier, you can special it from hand. You use these 2 to make Bahamut Shark Toad. You can banish it from the graveyard, summon a token, and if you have another ice barrier, all monsters your opponent control lose 500 attack and defense. That's not too important, but I guess it's relevant to say it. There's 3 Gorgeous.
This is your new one?
Yeah, he's one of the new ones. If you have an ice barrier monster, you can special from hand, and when in defense, sorry. And when it's special, normal or special, do special an ice barrier from your hand or graveyard.
Pretty good, pretty good.
And yeah, he's a 6. These are 4s, so like again, just level 10. This deck honestly is literally just Sword Soul. And then if you have another ice barrier monster, well, this is face up. Your opponent can't activate monster effects in the graveyard.
Okay,
this is a continuous effect, so it's like a pseudo dweller, I guess.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's really good. This is also a tuner. Sometimes I've seen people like mess this up, so you can summon it off of this. You can discard, summon this, and then this will summon the thing that you discard.
Okay, wait, like that.
This is why the deck is good. Mirror Mage. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can search for an ice barrier card, and when it's face up, you activate its effect. You summon 1, 2, or 3 tokens. He gains a level for each token that you summon, and if that effect resolves, you can only summon water sinkers from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. But I mean, he summons 3 level 1 tokens. He goes up to level 5. That's a level 8, a 7, a 6. He gets the deck going. This is also why you play the swap frog too. Sorry, because he's an aqua, so you can summon swap, send this, get one of your cards, and then just start going from there.
Okay.
We play 2 Hexa. It's also a tuner, so you can summon it off of the other one. You can activate its effect, send a level, I think it's 2 or 3 or lower, ice barrier from your deck to the graveyard, so you can send this, get a search. Its level becomes the level of the one that you send, and I don't remember the floodgate effect. Oh, this is the one that makes them lose 500 attack and defense, sorry.
That one's not really bad. They're not really good, I should say.
It helps them to not run over your stuff sometimes, honestly. This one, sorry, I'll just clarify. This one, your opponent's monsters can't change their battle position.
Okay,
So the level 10 changes their battle position. This makes it so they can't attack over your stuff. He's a tuner as well, so he lets you sink into stuff. Back on track, sorry. This is Wayne. This one sucks, honestly, but a lot of people at locals play Runic, and his floodgate effect is whenever a spell or trap on the field will go to the grave, it gets banished instead.
Okay, goodbye, Runic.
A lot of people don't like this. I kind of like it. I think it helps when you play against Snake Eyes and you go first, because they'll, again, the level 10 guy, whenever they special summon, this summons an ice barrier from extra deck, hand, grave, or deck.
What the heck?
So you can like special this off of that, which will summon this. And then this shuts off all monster effects in the grave, and then this makes it so spells and traps can't go to the grave. So like Wanted, Runic Spells, the Snake Eyes, original, just any spells that want to go to the grave, it just stops them from going. This is like the best card in the deck. It's why the deck's good. Sorry, and if your opponent, when this is special summoned, you search for a Ice Barrier spell or trap, which can search for the trap that you play in every other deck, just to throw it to the grave. And you can special from hand if you have an Ice Barrier monster and your opponent has a monster. So it's kind of just another extender. A lot of people probably won't like this, but I play one Rayo and I don't play Warlock. I think Warlock kind of sucks. It's just easy to get over. It's easy to out. You can beat over it. It's an anti-spell, so it shuts off a lot of stuff, but it's just, I don't know, I found it easy to out. So I don't play it. But this one, whenever a monster effect on field activates its effect, upon resolution, you have to discard a card from your hand or that effect is negated. So
That's pretty nice, yeah.
yeah, so you're playing just a lot of extenders. So when they're throwing hand traps at you, the more they throw you, this gets better. And that's it for the Ice Barrier monsters. Just a few hand traps. I only played these. Ash is Ash. Ash is good. And I was originally only playing these, but I put in the Ghost Ogres because this deck sucks into Appaloosa. Sometimes you just draw hands that lose to Appo, so I played Ghost Ogres because it's a good clearing up boards. Spells, we play 3 of this. Throw it's not once per turn because it's too old. Just search an Ice Barrier monster and add it to your hand. You can search any of them, no level restrictions. Not once per turn. Freezing Chains, upon activation, you target a level 2 or lower in the grave, and you summon it. So it's really good with this, because you can summon this, send this, search this, activate, special this back. You can overlay both of these for Toad. And then if you special this, you can normal summon, and then you have a Toad to protect all your plays. But it also just gets like things going. And then if you have 3 or more Ice Barriers, your monsters are unaffected by monster special summon from the extra deck.
Jeez.
So like that's kind of where the deck like gets going. Like I'll stop digging through the deck in a sec. Like I said, if you summon this
That's
and then
another
say
body.
this summons just I don't know this, and then they summon again and you have this. We have 3 Ice Barriers. All their spells and traps in the field go to grave. All monsters can't activate in the grave. This is getting rid of cards in their hand, and then they can't do anything to get rid of them because of this.
Oh, it's just
With
floodgate
extra deck
deck.
dies. It's just floodgate deck, yeah. So like this protects against like SP. I don't know. Some people play Trishula and Snake Eyes. It just helps a lot. Like if you have this up, and if once you hit 3, they can't even Promethean. Yeah, they can't even Promethean your stuff off the board. They can do it, but they can't get your stuff off the board. This card's cool. It says when you activate it, tribute X amount of Ice Barrier monsters, and then you summon the same amount of level 4 lower Ice Barrier monsters from your deck.
Okay,
So when you
okay.
summon your 3 tokens, you can play this, tribute the 3 tokens, and summon 4 level 4 lowers from the deck.
Crazy.
Yeah, this card's kind of cool. And then you banish it from grave to grab back I think it's grab back an Ice Barrier from the grave, yeah, and add it to your hand. That effect comes up a lot turn 2 for breaking boards. I'll show that in a sec. We play the call by 2 tactics, it's kind of mandatory. And then 3 droplets, just fool me, go second. Because droplets can discard Mirror Mage. It gets cards out of your hand to bring back with George, negate stuff.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And
how many cards in the deck, by the way?
I think it's 42.
42? You like those?
I
Don't.
think I put something in just before I came. Okay. This is Lancia. Not to be confused with the artifact. When this is face up, if your opponent special summons a monster, you can summon any Ice Barrier from your deck, or hand, or extra deck, or graveyard.
That's dumb.
And then you can change the battle position of one monster on the field. And if this leaves because of your opponent's card, so if it gets Kaiju, just in any way leaves the field because your opponent's card, you can summon a Ice Barrier Synchro from your extra deck, and it counts as a Synchro summon.
Fresh effect.
So yeah, we play these 2. So if this leaves, these count as a Synchro summon. So this, on Synchro summon, you banish a card, yeah, in hand, grave, and on field, and grave, and in hand. this isn't like the Necros though. If they don't have all cards in every spot, you can still just hit one. And this one banishes 3 on field. So when you have this up and they out it, you can just like summon this and just banish 3 cards in your opponent's out of the field, which is kind of crazy. This card is really cool. I think people will start playing this in decks just to like
that, yeah.
just for this, yeah. Like if you get Nibiru, this still triggers. Banish the Nibiru, banish card in hand, hit a card in grave.
Yeah, we like that.
That's actually all I played for the ice barriers. The other stapley ones. This one, I don't know how to say its name. This card's really good.
Ice J Jameer.
Jameer? Sure.
Jameer.
And we play this. This is why I said that the other spell helps you break boards, because you go into this a lot, and then there's so many cards in your grave that you can banish. And
Oh shit, it's even a water. What the heck?
It is a water. I don't know why, but it's a water. Yeah, you have a bunch of graveyard effects that banish, so you can just hit stuff easily. And sometimes, if your opponent is not as good as you at the game, you'll open both of these, and then when they clear this will go Trish, and then it'll trigger this, and then like everything just goes away.
Yeah.
Me too. This card we play as well. This is part of the combo to let you draw 4 because it's this. You summon Mirror Mage. He's level 5, so you do him and 1 token for this. Then you have 2 tokens. You banish the level 4 that gives a token, and then you do all 3 tokens plus this into this. Always make this Chain Link 1, and then this Chain Link 2, so if they ash, they hit
draw
the 1.
3.
Yeah, so you'll draw 3 off this and 1 off this, so you draw 4 cards. You have a lot of extenders, so that's really good. And then this discards 2 to pop. Then we just play like some water stapley cards. This clears monsters. This is a spell trap negate. And this is basically this deck's version of the Samurai Warrior guy for Tempai. If they activate I think it's just a monster effect, sorry. Yeah. Just to make sure I got it. During the battle phase and your opponent activates a card or effect while you control another monster, quick effect, negate that card, and if you do, destroy it.
Okay,
so this is a level 7 that you can go into to play against Tempai. Like this plus, say like again, just this. Like this plus any other card is just really good. Yeah, that's it for the synchros. We play 1 link, just this. There's a combo, like I said, summon substitute, send the mirror guy. This brings back the mirror guy tributes this, gives you your tokens. And then we play a couple XYZs, so we play both of these, because like I said, you go Bahama Toad. And then usually you have another monster on board, so you'll go this and the other monster into this. And then this brings back mirror. Mirror tributes, gives you your 3 tokens. This just negates whatever. The whole deck is full of water extenders, so grabbing back a water is really good. And I just throw this in any deck that can make it, because sometimes turning everything into waters is really good. Like against Snake Eyes, if you don't want to get Promethean Princess and you make this, like they can't Promethean you during your turn. It just pops, it burns. It does burn damage, I guess, if you go in a time.
Yeah, card's pretty nice. Is there any, like, anything
really
you would
good.
change in this? Like, that was the... Like,
Anything
you
I would change? I don't think... Like, these are kind of mandatory, because you just need, like, good non-engine. Call by is caught by. These are mandatory. I think all the monsters, like the hand traps, you could drop these if you want and just play 6 and play more board breakers. I think board breaking in this deck is easier than going second. This is just something I was thinking about doing, but I like the thought of playing other water extenders. Because like this, plus a level 5 shark. This plus Abyss Shark can do a lot of stuff too. Because Abyss Shark is just another card that specials and then adds another card to your hand. And then you can get a Fishboard Harpooner, I think it is, which reveals a water in hand and itself specials itself. It just gives you more extenders. Plus, Abyss Shark doesn't lock you into XYZs, so this making the tokens, and then special Abyss Shark, search for a fish extender. This is not level 5, so this and Abyss Shark goes into Lancia. And then you just have those 3 tokens to kind of fool around with if you can get to a tuner. Other than that, that's the only things I tried. There's also like, if you open this plus Atlantean Dragoons, you can use Mulan Glacia to take 2 cards out of their hand, and you can still end on like this, Mulan Glacia, plus like a setup graveyard, which typically, if you have the stuff, would be like this. So it'd be like this, and then the other card, which is kind of good in my opinion, but
Yeah, you're summoning a bunch of stuff, which is pretty nice. Like being able to summon
Yeah.
this and then getting the effect.
like
is
if they
low-key
remove this,
crazy.
like I said, this summons and banishes. This will summon from deck. If they've hand trapped you, they're down 1 card. Moolan Glacier puts them down another 2 cards, so they're just closer to this winning the game.
Yeah, fair enough. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I like it as a water toolbox deck more than Floodgate stuff. I think it works better.
Well, thank you for the deck profile. Hope to see you again soon.